เทส1 2 3เทส
Welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. The matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. They've got on the way here pretty promptly. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Head out to the left flank. That's a good run down the left. Played in, he's got full. He couldn't get the direction he needed.
Well, that's a move which should be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And it's Beckham.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. What a corner.
So a reprieve for the time being. Roberto Carlos. That was good pressure, just hounded him off it.
And now they can spring out of defence. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Listen, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Distributed tidily. Oh, he's found support out wide. Slides up big. That has been knocked clear. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
He's certainly onside here. So it's Beckham. Now it's Torres.
This has gone, that's foul.
Roberto Baggio. Baggio will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Still goalless. Matata, face to face with his great rival.
Law really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Roberto Carlos. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. It's Baggio! Beckham falls short. He's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that's a good ball. Saves to shots. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Law actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, what a try! Adriano. One of the quick to recover this.
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, we saw that coming. It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
And it's Baggio. He could be in here. Oh, it's Torres. Torres is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he is quick to react. Now it's Ribery. That's up. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Fernando Torres. Sides separated then just by that one unfortunate moment. 1-0 the score. Pressing's intense and it's paid off. Ooh, delicate chip through. That's been cut out, well played. And he's intervened well there. Fiddles it through. And that has left him in a heap. Interesting ball. Now it's Torres. Gerrard. And it's Beckham. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. It's Pim. He's a delicate ball. Costa Curta. Law. Law. And just like that, he's into double figures now.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty. Things starting to look very comfortable. We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Ribery. Now the breakaway. It's Nakata. Nakata puts his foot on the gas. Pirlo. Pirlo. The last act of the first half.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and it's probably only one result coming here.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. Straight back at it at the start of the second half. Beckham. He's had it nicked away. Yeah, that does look a foul if he's given a free kick. Now it's Torres. That's an excellent interception. And he is slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Nakata. Maldini. DK. Beckham. Fernando Torres. There's no flag. And that should be the keepers. Beckham. Law. Obviously position. Got himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And he is going into that little black book. Neymar. Beckham. Intense, just the wrong outcome.
Oh, maybe it was one of those moments when he just caught it too well.
Oh no, what has happened here? It's Ribery. Jesus!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's a sharp pass. Now it's Neymar. Terrific header.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Good play on the left-hand side here.
I thought it was Asper he dealt with. Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Baggio. It's Beckham. PK. Oh, good read. That's great positioning. So good from him. And that could send him on his way. Great work on the overlap. PK clears it away. Adriano goes steaming forward. Adriano, there he goes, motoring forward. Here's a corner. Beckham with the short one. Great defending, strong and determined. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Belletti. Oh, it's played into the area. Beckham. Now it's Torres. Defending was strong and firm. And that interception was most necessary. That was well played, well stopped. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That is decidedly lacking. Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning for further threat on the break. So time for change. This one has been on the cards for a little while. Gerrard. So time for change. Are certainly playing with an intense innocence. Oh. It is 3. It is surely done. And that's it. That was always inevitable. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And here's Neymar. Neymar really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. Beckham. It's a decent ball. We played through for the wide man. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face. Well, he continually breaks the lines and gets himself into terrific positions. Through the lenses. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, that was never going to make it. Oh, he's onto this. Adriano gets into some space. Setting chance. He scores! Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. And Basten coming on here as broadly expected. Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision making. So is this the start of a comeback?
Added minutes have been indicated.
Beckenbauer. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Van Basten. Great chance. Oh, fine stop from the keeper. Van Basten is offering a wry smile there. They've played it short. 4 extra minutes added on. Nicely intercepted. Gerrard. DK. Baresi. Ball has bounced loose now. Law. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter. And that is it. The referee has seen it off. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with.
ロスとか飽きない人とかだったら、チームここでなんかフリーになるじゃん、最後から。すると、そこで僕になって、ここでフリーの状態作る。これが僕好きなんです。中でちょっとサッカーしたい。
premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. We have already started here. Nice control. Gerrard. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. It's Bajir. Nice finish. That's what you call inspired goalkeeping. Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Law. Passing is crisp and sharp. So a very special reception for the very special Rob Ribbon. Very cool. And I think all of us here are expecting an awful lot from him. He is, as far as I'm concerned, one of the very best in his preferred left wing position. I'm saying so, but that's what he feels most free. That's what gives him the freedom to make use of his pace, his movement, his ability to shoot correct. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. It's just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that could send him on his way. Paid for a goal kick. PK. After what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
On the other side, it's really crap, the initiative. I would say both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
And he's there to clear it. It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it.
It's come back out to him. It's another goal. There it is. And he's got what he came for. His 20th goal. With a predatory goal.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
I think for them to get the nose in front away from one was brilliant. But these home fans will demand a response.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Beckham finds himself offside. Now it's Torres. Now it's Neymar. Gerrard. And it goes crossfield. Referee's given a throw. PK. Now he's off and running. And it's Beckham. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Beckham. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. inches away from being a really good ball. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now. Oh, good read. That's great positioning. So good from him. And there's Greengrass ahead of him. Equaliser. Well, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and us. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football. That has added a whole new complexion to the games. Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides and with such great individual talent on show. We keep going on the way. Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Beckham plays it short. Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Oh, nearly, but not quite. Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then. PK. Roberto Baggio. I think he's quick to react. This is the time you need that pace. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. That interception was most necessary. He read that really well and stopped it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Just eases him off the ball. Ribery. That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset. Roberto Carlos. Ribery. Set about a room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. It'll be the final action of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal parts. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half time, it's 1 inch. So we reach the halfway point. Who wants half time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off. So both teams heading off for the break. Interesting game of three-up here. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half. But the score at half-time is 1-1. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. That should get the job done. The ball is loose and the chase is on. PK played out to the right. And it's Beckham. That's been intercepted. Neymar. This time, excellent interception. Maldini. And it's PK. Roberto Carlos. Here's Baggio. Adriano. Roberto Carlos. Still not altering there. It's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Baggio. Baggio with the ball. Roberto Carlos. It's a goal kick. And that's under intense pressure. Yeah, and it's about time they woke up to the main threat. They have license to deliver pretty much unchecked. Adriano. He's caught it there. It's a free kick. That's been intercepted. It played through for the wide man. Throw. Here comes a mighty effort. Quick to recover this. Second down, just about enough to come out on top there. The party really willing to compromise. He's got away. Oh, right place, right time. He can get that clear. Defending here is really tight. He gets it clear. They need to play this quicker and touch it. Was there ever any doubt? Peter, I can tell you that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution. And he's done it again. He's got his second. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Now it's Nakata. Oh, it's good stuff. This is better. Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now. A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. Well, see, saw that coming. That's great positioning. So good from him. Here's Nakata. Now it's Roberto Carlos. He has found a way through. Roberto Carlos is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Fernando Torres. Half an hour gone in the second half. There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they? Ribery. Cross is just off target. Beckham. Adriano. Spread it left. Roberto Carlos. He is through here. Keeper's ball. Nakata. Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions. Now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, what a pass! Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. It's Conte. That's just playing it safe and simple. The less said about that pass, the better. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here. It's played on! Let's pause for 1 or 2. Roberto Carlos. Nakata. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Torres gets good distance on it. Yeah, the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box. Belletti. That is it. The referee has seen it. So that is it. The end of the road. You look back on the game then, Jim. Well, what can I say, Peter? It seemed... For the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Action has already started. Pressing's intense and it's paid off. Adriano. Adriano, now they call Imperatore, the Emperor.
Indeed, when he gets his game in good order, he is pretty much untouchable with that monster of a left foot.
There'll be a showstopper now. Gerrard is going to emerge with the ball. It's a contest to keep an eye on. It's Roberto Baggio. Beckham. Gerrard. We seem to be well there. It's really well manoeuvred. Oh, he's through the middle.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
I guess the team has yet taken the initiative. Oh, super fine. Oh, it's Torres. Oh, look at the space here. Oh, he's asking too much with that. Baresi. Piqué. Gerrard. Piqué. It's Baggio. Law. Employment. Law. It's a loose ball. Oh, what has happened here? It'll be a throw. There's Nakata. Still goalless. Fernando Torres. Beckham. It's a touchdown ball towards the other flank.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
And he cuts out the supply. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And it's Roberto Carlos. It's ended up in no man's land. Roberto Carlos. It's Adriano! That's what you call inspired goalkeeping. Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here. Second ball and get it clear. But there's Beckham and a shot. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked done on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Baresi does really well there. He is strong. Beckham. Well, that's beautifully weighted. That's Roberto Baggio. In possession and ready to go again. And there's Torres. Nakata. And it's Gerrard. Beckham. Nice control. Oh, what a pass! And the shots! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And that could send him on his way. Oh, smashing him! He's been enough try.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
He is through here. Roberto Carlos picks it up out wide. Oh, he's burst through. That tackle was certainly sturdy.
Footballing with usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a fine example.
Beckham. He's gone forward. He's played him through. We're quick to recover this. Will be the final action of the first half. Anything you'd like to express on the first half?
Look, Peter, this isn't good. Their body language is not improving, and the manager must have a major verbal impact, or else.
Here we go again then.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B, and C. Leveling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the task.
Shoots to shoot. There it is. The second half starts straight into life. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, having the trust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
They're not going to make any further progress now. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from it.
It's a sharp pass. Piqué kept his eye on it, and he's there. Beckham. Where is he? It's Fernando Torres. The referee's awarded a free kick. And it's Roberto Carlos. Right now, cruising. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Goes down, but nothing given. He expected better, and so did he. Being hunted in packs.
Well, the quicker you cut out the service, the sooner you isolate his threat. No, that's just playing it safe and simple.
Steps in, and that's the other hat. Adriano delivering the goods as expected.
Well, having that sort of player on your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence.
The shots. Some style from him there. Time then for the first substitution of the game. To come in, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of don't make a nuisance of yourself.
Beckham plays it short. Back when it goes. Oh, what a try! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Strokes it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Ribery looking to penetrate opposition lines.
Maldini. Baresi.
Out to the right.
Baresi
Kept aware. It is replayed easily.
Maldini. That's Gerrard.
Baggio is set up on goal so far. Facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now, what about a counter-attack?
Oh, good read. That was well played. Well stopped.
Adriano. It's Cruyff. Oh, that's well done. Really robust. He's got plenty of space out wide here. That's the throw. Oh, that's neat. It's a goal kick. Pirlo picks it up from the goal kick. Roberto Baggio. Neymar. Beckham. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, just skips past his man. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos takes control of it. Surely now, Alvaro was actually out of sight. Settles it.
So that goal then? Well, I thought once he got the first part of it right by getting his knee over the goal, the zone was like he was very, very low and so improved.
So now the difference is 3. That is good. Super running, sharp movements. Head up against a defender though who was ever so determined. Van Basten. Now it's Roberto Baggio.
You can never be short of runners in the space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Fonte. It's Beckham. Now it's Neymar. Neymar. That's a good ball. It's the cutter. It's in. It would be a lifeline. 2 more needed. The changes then in quick succession. Baggio being applauded off here and made a sizable contribution.
But you can only give it looks, and he's delivered in that regard. And I think the manager is probably just spotted now a little tired. He's well, if that's the case, then he's doing the right thing.
So is this the start of a comeback? That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's through here. Now it's Neymar. He's who's going to be first to this? Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So that is it. The end of the run.
อ่า
นี่กินคนเมืองไหม
อืมก็ได้นะจริงๆอยากไปกินน้ำเงี้ยวพี่เอกนะแต่ว่าเดี๋ยวลวกนั้นไว้อะลวกเส้นหมี่ไว้อะ
ก็ได้นะก็อยากกินเหมือนกัน
อืม
ไปกินน้ำเงี้ยวพี่เอกไปกี่โมงพี่เอกเปิดกี่โมงอะร้านอะพ่อลวกเส้นแล้วเหรอ
ยัง
ไปกินอะไรไปกินกี่โมง
จะออกมากี่โมงอ่ะ
ได้หมดอ่ะพี่เอกเปิดยังอ่ะเพราะแม่ยังไม่กินข้าวเช้าเลย
สัก11 โมงก็ได้ค่อยออกมา
11 โมงนะ
อืม
ไปแรงอยู่แหละเก็บอีเวนต์อยู่แหละ
อืม
แล้วหลับแล้วเมื่อคืนหลับกี่โมง
ตี 3
โอ้ลงเลยกันเราอ่ะแค่นี้แหละพ่อ
อืม
premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. And the breeze is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
And if we did just miss it, we are up and
ว่า
running.
ว่า
ใช่ดีกว่าพี่เอกกินตอนเย็นดีกว่าพี่เอกซื้อมากินมากดีกว่าซื้อพี่เอกมาไม่ต้องหรอก
The
ว่า
big names earn
ซื้อ
their
ที่
reputations
นั
for
กอย่างเดียวซื้อ
precisely
เป็น
the
ชุดอะไร
reason you just
ก็สอง
said.
คน
They have a habit of making their presence felt.
แล้วก็
Here we
ขน
are,
มจีนเดี๋ยวเอาแม่กินใส่น้ำปลา
struck one, and he looks hungry for more. And how about the timing of the pass and run?
กินไม่
They've
ดีกว่า
worked it before,
ไป
and
กิน
they've
ใน
taken it
ดีกว่า
and worked it
ใน
again.
ก๋วยเตี๋ยวดีกว่า
So the game's
เพราะ
first
ว่านี่มันถูกแล้ว
significant
ไง
moment.
ก๋วยเตี๋ยวเต่า
It's
ที่มัน
come
ไม่มี
earlier
ไข่
than perhaps we imagined.
ก๋วยเตี๋ยวนะ
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence. Fernando Torres. It seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
It's and that would have been some goal.
Neymar just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Roberto Baggio. It's Pim. It's Baggio. That pass isn't the best. It's clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Adriano unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he's there to get it away. He's done very well to take that back. Each of an hour played. Beckham, who does have an assist to his name.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage, because
Into it. Well, that's something that will make the manager proud because they dug in deep there and they've got their level up.
yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game. Look, Peter, I was on the fence before the ball was kicked and I still haven't moved. Engages and forces him off the ball. Maldini kept aware and it is reclaimed easily. Roberto Baggio.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Big header! Danger averted for now. He's going to be disappointed with that. Fernando Torres. Oh, shooting chance! He hits it. Back in front. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
And yes, it's him again. So we have a breakthrough. Now, how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Fernando Torres. still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Looking for the run.
โอ้
It's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. Gerrard. Now it's Roberto Carlos. He's picked his way through. Adiati can pick that up. And it's Belletti. No! Oh, that's a fine interception. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. He's quick to get it clear again. Brings that once more. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. And here's Nakata. Drop up. No, substitutes. We've got a goal. It's 11 again. What a match we have. Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better. That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball. And splendid authority in the finish. Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy. So all square and not for the first time. Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing. It's a lovely neat pass. Beckham. Quality ball. He's got full. Oh, he did the hard part right and fluffed the finish. Oh, beautiful work to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Beckham. It's late indicated. Looks a good ball through. He's found support out wide. He can get that clear. It's been won straight back. That is going to be the final action of the first half. It has been a pretty crazy game so far. In extraordinary fashion, and the scoreline underlines that. Well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. What's a good half? They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. Second half then, just getting going. Gerrard. Nicely worked. Oh, well played. Van Dalton. Beckham. Chance here to counter. Beckham. Pirlo. Maldini. It's headed upfield. Roberto Carlos looking to get on the end of this. Well, we've seen much better choices than that. That always looked like decent hits. Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. And you'll certainly remember that one. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish. Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a sticks it away. This is getting better and better. Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on. That time again, every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That's what they all want. Some scenes here. A sea of team colours, songs ringing out from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes. And if you did just miss it, you're running already. And he was there to get a vital touch. Drogba really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. It's Beckham. Now it's Torres. Out to the left it goes. Maldini should drill to that. Who's that? Gerardo. Yes. The movement is swift, the speed is slippery. They're able to hold on this time. To who you reckon is closer? Well, it must be towards Torres. His reputation is still in place in the countries to make around, so his variety of goal scoring, that's what's so hard to contain. Coach, I'm thinking to win this. Jim over the early rounds of the game. I think both teams probably feel it's too early for anyone to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing. That's good distance on it. Very first goal. Beckham, short. He's got no choice, so he had to go backwards. PK. Score, remains. It's Parashar. He's felt that, hasn't he? Gerardo. There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous. Didn't quite meet it right. That's a pass. But Melton makes the interception. He's offering some sort of an apology there. Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. That's the Tilton wins the duel this time. It's a challenge there, uncompromising. It's Berger. Maybe interesting game. But here's Beckham. Short back. Chance. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football. They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough. Although that first goal is a welcome chance, they can't afford to lose out. To do that would simply be a vital breakthrough. Should got the job done. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Bring it back swiftly. Roberto Carlos. Pass the better. Oh, that's well spotted. Time, excellent interception. Oh, red, nice interception. It's Berger. Oh, it's come loose. It's being shifted off him. Neymar moves wide and looking to get onto this. You can never be sure of runners into space. As long as the space left behind is filled. He scored! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Yeah, it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great game.
So that's 2-0 without reply.
So that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
He's back forward. Just not quite happy with forward just now.
They're just lacking the cutting edge, Peter. And while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Good pressure, just hounded him off him. Time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. The most accurate pass. Oh, super, but it's Drogba! Surely now, well, actually out of sight. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash. And yes, it's him again. 3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Thiago, he skips past his man. How often do you see that? Well, he did get himself into a good position. Something for him to cling to. Okay. Here's Neymar. What a sun tackle that. That's got behind for the goal kick. Piqué. Changes him with that pass. Also to Dallas. Spits away. Top panache and passion. This, the first half is done. Who would have seen this? Everyone else, it is pretty much ideal for them. Yeah, I think the first half performance that showed the attack being the best form of defence. If they're in the face of the opposition that much, then there's something they can do in return. And I'm not sure how long they can keep the intensity and the tempo up, but it's certainly paid off so far. They're already promptly back underway. Neymar. Great ball if he can get there. They're urging him to... Just why. Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat from the break. Fernand. Roberto Baggio. Beckham.
Yeah.
It's a fair tumble under that challenge.
Yeah.
It's terrific save. But I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there. And Hamilton gets a footing here. Now a sudden chance to counter. Now this could be a chance.
Yeah, man.
Neymar. It's a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done. Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal. They pulled back pure, but knowing that, well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon. Oh, he's been caught on it here! It's a shape of the ball here. Fernando Torres.
เบิ่งเปะเกินคือบอล
Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, he helps himself to a treble, Peter, and then they switch on. It's a bit late now. And it's Belletti. Belletti. That's very neat. And he has been fouled there. That's been lenient here. I don't get too many more chances. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Set one off target. Beckham. It's PK. Maldini. Yes. That's been intercepted. He read that really well and stopped it. But here's Beckham. Terrific header. No, he can't turn it in. A directed kick from the keeper, and he's given it away. Maldini. It's Roberto Carlos. That tackle was certainly sturdy. It's Drogba. Oh, easy kickings there. Pirlo. Roberto Baggio. Oh, here's a chance! The keeper's well positioned. Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game. The less said about that pass, the better. Beckham. It's been taken short. Defending of the desperate variety. Well cut out. There at all. And now they can spring out of defence. It's not the best ball. The offers apologetic look. And it's been given away. It's thrown all alone. Oh, look at the saves this out.
มันจ่อเบิร์นจะเข้า
So clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified. Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering it. So time for change. This one has been on the cards for a little while. So time for a potential game changer. Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision making. That's become a case of men against boys. He's stuck it away as if later guided. No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner instead of it. And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already restored. I think that he could just claim an assist here. That is high. Now look, I know we're the same, it's too dismissive, but from here, that looks the kind of thing to do. Running strong and purposeful, he has found a way through. It's Beckham. He's whipped it. Mighty effort. That transition with bite. They won it back and dead hard. Still trying to make a game of this. Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter. No doubt it's Drogba.
was a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter. Well, at one stage, he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking. He's dropped 4. That is remarkable. It's looking so easy, almost too easy here. That's just the best. That's it. It's Peter Lawless. Mateus, Drive, Victoria. That's it. Pass is intercepted. Oh, good ball, shots on here. Vanetti. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. And here's Cruyff. Now they can clear their lines. That's physical challenge. Beckham, looking to get on the end of this. I think getting this one clear. And here's Cruyff. That is as far as it goes. Perfect result, perfect outcome. And it has passed with flying colours. We sum up what we've witnessed, Jim. From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. But certainly, result-wise, this is a game they wanted to win for so many reasons. And his players did a step.
เกมทุกคนปวดจบโอ้ยเรื่องมาก
Sets. Jimenez completing his first century of appearances here today. It's not what I noticed.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more focused on winning than anything else.
Certainly cut out. Really nicely done. Looking to orchestrate a counter, and out towards the right wing. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. It's been intercepted. Squeeze it through.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Back into the middle. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. That's a nicely measured pass. Okay. That's a nice idea, but the execution was a red. That's interception. That's intercepted. Ever the opportunist. A sniff, that's a chance that came
โอ้ย
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, so they need filling, and fast. Always into this. Jimenez clears. 15 minutes till half time. And it's a little undercooked. We played through for the wide man. Somewhere off target. Good running with the ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bellingham providing an outlet on that thing. Bellingham! Just like a decent finish. Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break. It's Belletti. Thomas. Perception was positioning was spot on. Slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there. That was just poor decision making and the weak execution. Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. And he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's Lewandowski. That's just playing it safe and simple. Camavinga is offering some sort of an apology there. Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Super fine. Really put himself on the line here. We have our very first call.
อ๋อแม่อ๋อว่า
พ่อบอกว่ารับได้เลยไหมถ้าเราไปกินก๋วยเตี๋ยวแม่ตอนนี้ขี่รถไปไหนหรอ
อ๋อเดี๋ยวแป๊บหนึงจะจบเดี๋ยวครึ่งหลังอ่ะเล่นดู
ไม่เสร็จหรอเสร็จก็ตั้งไหนก็มาหิวข้าวที่เรายังไม่กินข้าวเช้า
เหมือนกันยังไม่ได้กินเลยเนี่ย
หิวข้าว
And it's been a half largely of could haves and should haves. Perhaps more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal. They're certainly not going to want to try, so we have to show as yet. The gate, it's still there. We reach the halfway point. What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action at the half coming at the very end. And I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So
I'm looking forward to what's to come. We're closing off, but we're still where we started. The second half starts straight into life. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish. It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this far. Madrid penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead. Because of that first goal now, it's a great opportunity to make a one-way traffic and cut this lead. While quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment, he made it look a bit predictable. Easy pickings there. Here's Eto. The Giants do have a chance to counter here. There's a great absolutely safe.
บอกเลย
And he draws the sweetest of pictures. The skill and the confidence was just brilliant. And he showed both a quick head and even quicker feet.